Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta. I do this every year, although I don't... I think I've only put one run on my channel, and that was a classic run. Today we're going to do a meteor run, which is different. So a couple years ago they changed like the run names for the Fiesta. A meteor run would be pure chaos in the old nomenclature if you've done it before. And I have installed the no cutscene mod, so that's great. So even if I hit new game, it would just skip all the opening cutscenes. So when I do a any kind of like chaos type run, I like to start with this save file where all of my jobs are unlocked by default, so that I don't have to like run through the game like large portions of the game as a freelancer. So my first job is White Mage. That's not optimal. White Mage as your first job is a bit rough, because that means I've got to fight Magissa and Garula as White Mages. Luckily, though, the goblins don't have but like 7 or 8 HP, so we're just going to pick up Lena there, and she also needs to be a White Mage. Sometimes when I'm doing like these chaos runs, I'll roll all 4 jobs at once. And just kind of fill out my party. That smooths out the early game a lot. Like you don't end up in situations where you're fighting, you know, Magissa with 4 White Mages or Garula with 4 White Mages. But you know what? We're gonna go for just the standard kind of experience, I guess, where we're gonna wait for each one of the crystals to get our next job. And I'm a big fan of the Pixel Remaster version. Even before you take into account the no cutscene mod, which drastically reduces the length of this game by, I would say, half. A slow run would be about 8 hours, right? Normally this is a 15-hour game, 15, 20 hours if you're just rushing through. Oh, right, I need to put Mr. Man here into White Mage. But yeah, this is a very good version of the game. I'm probably going to... so one of the neat versions of this is there's 2 special weapons called the Chicken Knife and the Brave Blade. And the way they work is their power is based on the amount of times you run. If you run, the Brave Blade gets weaker, and if you run, the Chicken Knife gets stronger. What they do in the Pixel Remaster is they actually allow you to recover the strength of the Brave Blade, which you can't do in the other versions of the game, which is nice. Because there are some fights in here you're like, man, I just don't want to do this. I am waiting to see what... Before I start running away, I'm kind of waiting to see if I want the Brave Blade or the Chicken Knife. The Chicken Knife is harder to power up, of course, but it is a much better weapon. Especially if you get some jobs that allow you to take advantage of the power without the downside of the ability, which is that it casts the flee ability like 25% of the time. We have Forrest in the party now. We're going to set that. We definitely need to go get some stuff. We're going to go in here and we're going to raid this place. Always very important. Another good thing about the Pixel Remaster is if you look at the map here, you can go over and it will tell you how many items are left in the world, which is pretty nice. Alright, so let's just put that on you. Doesn't particularly matter. Basically, the only thing I kind of want to buy is magic. Because I'm not going to be able to kill the first boss quick. I'll just get these two. Let's see. Tent. Potion. There's a Phoenix down up here. And I think there's some money in that barrel. I thought you could get to it from behind. You obviously cannot. Yep. Missing one item. I do not recall where it is. Is it in this house? Interesting. Oh, no, it's over here. I did not know that the no cutscene mod did that. Does that mean you can skip? Hold on. We're gonna test this out because I just have to know. I'm not going to like skip. I'll have to test that out later, but we're not going to do that right now. I don't want to break things in the run. Because you're supposed to go up here to the Wind Shrine first. And I guess whatever trigger that's in the game for Zoc there to give you the key to the canal is triggered by the no cutscene mod. It might be triggering the cutscene at the top where you get the crystals. That might be the trigger. That's interesting. That's actually very interesting. I mean, I'm going to come in here and do this. This is happening because it's part of the game. But it is mildly amusing that maybe not necessarily required. Alright. Grab that sword there for money. There's going to be better swords available by the time I get my second job, so we're just going to fight the bird. We're not going to be able to do enough damage to actually kill the boss before he does his wing thing, but, you know, we're going to give it the old college try. Well, that was rude. So the way this boss is supposed to work is that whenever he does that, it's the standard, if you attack it while I'm doing this defensive posture thing, then you're going to get counterattacked. They do it in... It's the first boss in Final Fantasies 4, 5, and 6, and 7 do this. Well, sure, why not? But, like, we're not in any real danger. I've got infinity healing. And the damage we're doing is not terrible. You know, it's... I would have had a hard time if I didn't go and get Cure first, but I did go and get Cure first, so we're fine. This, I'm not sure... There's a staff in this right here, and I'm not sure it's actually better than punching. Guess we can find out. Let's see. Put this on you. But I bet you that, like, this cutscene right here is the trigger. To be honest, I would expect the trigger, if it was a cutscene, to be this tutorial right here that they didn't cut out of the game. That's so interesting. No, I'm good, thank you. But that means I don't have to go back to Carwin. That's pretty good. Wait, Carwin? Tool. That's Tool, right? I don't know. Or Tule, however you want to say it. Okay, we're going to go over here. Get ourselves some healing. And we are going to save the game right here. $16 versus 12. Yeah, I think the staves are better. So I'm going to go back, actually, and... We're going to run away, and I'm going to leave and go get 3 more staves. I might also get, let's get 3 of these. I don't need these broadswords. I'll hold on to the dagger and the knife. I don't need that. Alright. Now, the big question is the one extra point of defense worth the money? Yeah, it's worth. Yeah, it's fine. That. Okay. One of the big downsides for this no cutscene mod that I've noticed is that you don't get your heals. Like, there's certain cutscenes that run and then you get like a heal afterwards, like a full party heal. Like, for example, staying in as part of the story and to get the key to the canal there, you have to stay the night at Zock's house, and he gives you the key. And because we didn't stay the night, we didn't get that heal. So it's very easy to like rush off into an area that you're kind of expecting to like be prepared, like be healed for, or used to being healed for, and then yeah, not. So the staff uses the I should have just done that. The staff uses the axe formula for damage. And it can go anywhere from 75 to 150% of like the expected attack power output. And it also ignores some of the defense of the monster, which is nice. Let's see how bad this goes. Old Carlobos. We're gonna stick him to death, I think. It's kind of expecting somebody to get we'll just do this. It's fine. We'll just have one person use their turn to heal every round, and the other one's attack. It'd be really nice if the feeler wore off. Tail screw. Oh, you're paralyzed now. Like, I am not really in any danger, just because I have so much healing. Although I do have to manage my MP. The big issue is that just these fights are going to take forever. One benefit of using white magic instead of like potions, which is what I normally end up having to use in like this fight and stuff, is that potions heal like a set like 50 damage. No, he's fine. We're just gonna keep doing this. Guess now I'll throw a cure out. But because our damage output's going to be so low, the real danger in, like, this fight and a lot of the other ones is going to be, am I going to run out of healing before the boss dies? And in this case, the answer is probably no. Just because I've got another... Or 7... Got another 7, like, cures in me, and then I've also got whatever potions I have. Easy. Just took about 5 times longer than it would for basically any other party. That's not quite true. There's a great number of... Okay, so we got that heal. There's a great number of solo job starts that would do a lot worse there. Basically, chemists could do all right because they have they could basically do the same thing that we did here. Except with potions. They'd have to buy a lot of potions, but... Let's see. Put you in the back row now. I don't want to cure. I didn't want to waste that MP, but... Unfortunately, the flail is going to be our best source of damage. Wait, is the normal staff back row okay? Hold on, let me check this, because I know the flail is. No. No, it's not. Okay. Just wanted to double check that. I almost never buy the staff, like, ever. Let's just hit these boys with our cure spells. I think one multi-target and then one single target should do it. Yeah. And, hey, maybe we'll, like, I don't know, pick up an extra dagger. That'll be good, like, if we get ninja. Or something like that. Let's do this. I thought those Calcruths were not, undead, but apparently they are. That's pretty nice. I meant to multi-target that, but sure. There are like a few like weird cutscenes in the game that are still in there, like that one. Let's see. Money. Let's do this. Yay, levels. Ooh, free elixir. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. We're gonna just hit it with our attacks. A solo man here, it's fine. We'll just beat it to death with our sticks. White mages not being able to use, like, knives is a bit of trouble. But this is a shortcoming we will overcome. Hey, cool. Oh, hey, dagger. Nice. Dang, that hole. I run into that hole every single time. Why that's there, I don't know. And I'm not worried about my MP because there's a heal in the next room. We're just gonna rest a while. No, we're good. We don't need to save. The game auto-saves in between each screen transition, and you can also quick save at any time. The pixel remasters are great. Yeah, we're at the point where 2 cures will do it for a group of undead. That's nice. Go down here and get my treasures. You don't... actually get any benefit from picking up the map here. But you don't... yeah, the map doesn't do anything in this version of the game. But it's still there, and if you don't pick it up here, then it's available in the fire ship. So. Because you actually can't come back in here and get any treasures you miss in here. Is that going to be enough? Yes. Okay. At least I don't think you can. I'm pretty sure that when you leave and come back in, the rocks that you have... Because to get to the exit, you have to go in and... you have to open a chest that raises a ship or something like that. And I'm pretty sure the ship is lowered when you come back in. But I could... Oh, wait, no. What am I doing? I'm sitting here talking. Wasting MP. That's probably going to bite me in the butt. I might end up having to use an MP restorative. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the ship is back down when if you leave and come back in. Meaning you can't get back to any of the chests. You might be able to fight the pirates, because there's a thing of land up there, of course, but... go ahead and use the potions. I'm a dum-dum for wasting all that MP. It should be fine. Should be fine. But here we have Siren. Siren has 2 forms. In Form 1, we're going to beat with our weapons. And then when it becomes undead, we're going to switch to our Cure Magic. Okay, has become one of the undead. Got the lesions, like those little red lesions and like shown muscle there. It's a nice touch. So the undead Siren has lots of defense, or well, excuse me, lots of attack power and defense. You're supposed to swap to magic attacks for this. We'll go ahead and have one person dedicated to like keeping the party up while everybody else does this. You could also use potions for this. You don't necessarily have to do... it doesn't have to be Cure Magic. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. And she'll swap back and forth. Alright. Easy. Alright. Now you can go straight for the mountain there. It's not required that you visit the village to advance, but we're going to visit the village to advance before we advance because there's some spells for sale there. Normally I probably wouldn't bother going to the town except maybe to get the frost rod if it was something I could use. But let's see. We're gonna poke our head into the shops here. As you can see, there's not really anything new. Although they do sell daggers. Let's see. I don't think it's worth purchasing these. Yeah, I don't think it's worth purchasing any armor in here. I do want the spells, though. Mainly I want Protect. Silence is going to be useful, too. But it's really, really just Protect. It's like, oh, Protect. Let's see. I guess we'll stay at the end, too. So if you've ever, like, heard, like, the original soundtrack of this game, this right here is probably the most improved song in the game. I do not like the original version of this. We're gonna buy up to 20 potions. I think we got plenty of tits and everything, so we're good. And I'm going to stop the recording for 30 seconds because I bumped my microphone and then have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.